Hi there, today I'm going to focus on the brushes specifically. I think I'm going to do a series of makeup putting on my whole face, just showcasing these beautiful brushes that Maskcara has. They're double-ended every single time, and they come in various shapes and forms. They each are designed for a specific purpose, but just because it's designed for a specific purpose doesn't mean that's how you need to use it. So today we're going to showcase the Power Powder Brush. That is a tongue twister for me. And it's got an angled side, which lets you get in under your eye very well. It's got another flat, slightly angled side, which again is gonna help you do very detailed work. Typically, the denser the brush is, so this one would be very dense, the Buffy brush is very dense, and then the opposite would be a very fluffy brush, like the B Squared Blush and Bronzer brush. The more dense, the deeper the coverage is that you're gonna get. It doesn't mean that you're gonna have like a lot of product on your face. It just means that the product is more evenly distributed and lets less of your own skin shine through, if that makes sense. Personally, I tend to prefer a lighter coverage, so it'll be interesting to see what this brush does for my skin. Let me have a sip of coffee here, morning time. We're gonna start with this end, I think. We'll experiment together. My summer color is amber. Normally I'm a white peach or a linen kind of girl, but with summer coming and I got some redness, amber is the color right now that closest matches my skin. And we're only gonna put that in the areas that we are gonna use it. So I tend to do this, and then I dab it on the areas where I'm gonna wanna blend it in, and leave open areas where we're gonna put contour, not really focus under my eyes yet because I'm gonna put a brightener over there. There's no need for me to basically end up packing on layers and layers and layers of colors if I don't need color correcting or some serious coverage. So far this brush feels very nice and soft. It's very easy for me to add the product onto my face. And under my eye, I'm just blending. I didn't add any more product on here, so I'm just blending with stippling motions. A little more. I've left also around my hairline open because that's where we're going to put contour. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to focus with the same brush, and you'll notice what's beautiful about these brushes is it picks up the product and then it distributes it on your face, and there's none of that extra stuff stuck in here. You're not wasting product, and you don't have to worry about, you know, bacteria and stuff like that. I have no bubble gum, but baby mommy's working. Ivy mommy's working. Yes, we can get you some bubble gum when mommy's done working. My shirtless wonder. All right, what was I going to say? Highlight, brightener. So we're gonna still brighten with white peach. And this, we just take some on the brush and you can apply it like that. And if you want a lighter coverage, here's another trick. You just dab your finger and you place it in the areas that you're going to want your product. Oh, let's not forget this eye. There. So now when you take your brush, you don't, if you're worried about getting too dense of a coverage, dab it on and then just blend it out with your brush. The brightener goes bridge of your nose, under your nose, tip of your chin, and in a pie piece shape under your eye. Make sure you take the brightener down to the side of your nose and then back up. If you leave the brightener right under your eyes, you're just gonna age yourself And nobody wants to look older. Trust me. Okay? And very important, when I'm over here under my eye, I stipple. You don't want to drag it back and forth. You're gonna get these like brush marks, and just blend. If you have another brush when you're all done with your makeup, I love going over my whole face with the fluffy. And if you don't have that, you can use a perfector sponge. Fun tip, you can use it dry or wet. Typically what you use with a beauty blender is you use it wet, but we'll talk about that later. Will have its own feature. Okay, now let's try see how this other end works. And you know, I use this end to apply my highlight. Doesn't mean you can't use this end. We'll maybe try that on a different video. Wrong side. My contour is ash. Contour is not the same as a darker highlight. Contours are designed to be ashy because shadows aren't natural, like they aren't light. You already see that coming through. This one also has like a skinny end here. I can just apply a little bit on that side to apply my nose contour. This is actually giving a very, very nice slim nose contour. You see how slim that line is? Some of the other brushes, you know, you'll get a lot of the nose contour down here too, and then you're just gonna clean it up because what you want is your shadow on top. Let's try that with the other side. Helps if you get some product on the brush. I'm getting the product everywhere except where I want it, but that's okay because it's the beauty of cream is watch. It wipes off until you set it. This is hard. It was easier on the other side. I bring it up to my eyebrow. All right, that looks a little messy, but hey, don't worry, me will be cleaning that up with this side of the brush in no time. Okay, so now we have pretty strong lines. Definitely a lot more contour gets on this brush than I am used to. I usually use the 30-second hack brush. So if you end up using this, don't do what I did. I dug in a little bit because I'm not used to doing that, which means now I have all this extra product on here, but thankfully we've yet to do our hairline and chin. If I'm not using a one of those fluffier brushes or something like that to blend it later, I'm gonna have to figure out how to blend this in on my cheeks because I definitely put too much on. The other way I could have put it on is just dab it with my finger and blend it in. That would probably have been a smart choice, but hey, first time doing my whole face with this brush. We're here to experiment together. I have a little bit left in my brush, so I'm gonna just do a line under there. Okay, my lip a little contour. But look, you know, I put a lot of product on and now I blend it. So again, I distributed all the product I had on my brush onto my face. There's no waste, which is beautiful. I, for one, certainly love not wasting anything. Stay-at-home mom, and I mean, even though I pull my weight, I think everybody does, I don't get paid, so it feels weird spending my husband's money, even though I've been married to him for, I don't know, 13, 14 years, something crazy like that. But not wasting. And I'm stippling here. See how I'm trying to blend in these lines? If I were to just drag it, that line's gonna go away. I don't wanna do that. I can also blend it just by tapping with my finger. It basically just softens my contour. Since I have a dense brush, it's a lot harder to blend, in my opinion. And contour and blush, always blend it up. Give it like that push-up bra effect. And then you take the side again that you did your highlight with and just pull it up. My blush, I've been doing this recently a lot. I take my blush and I apply it with my finger. We're gonna do, let's do pink grapefruit. That's all I do. It's all you need. If it's not enough, you add more later, okay? So I'm gonna take the fluffy end, I guess, and I'm gonna stipple. First, right here on the apple of my cheek. See how it's distributing? And then I can start pulling it upwards. This I pull down towards my contour because I don't want the blush up here where I have my brightener. If it gets up there, no problem. We clean it up with the other side of this exact same brush. I think this brush is very similar to our Buffy brush, but Buffy has two sides that are like this pointy. One is even denser than the other side. And see here, I have quite a bit of pink on my cheek, even though I only put 3 finger dabs on. That's okay. The more we blend, you didn't think you could do that, huh? So what's left on this brush? You put it on your cheeks. Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. I'm gonna take, I put no product on this side, the highlight. I am just wiping. I am getting it down, pushing it back down where it needs to be. It's quite red. So because I have another brush, I could easily just take this brush or a wet perfector sponge and I could blend it. So I'm gonna show you the difference if you have this. So I have, in my opinion, quite a bit of product. If I step away from the light, you can still see it's like pretty red. It's not necessarily pretty pink right now. I just have a fluffy brush, any fluffy brush, but this is the blush and bronzer brush. And I just blend. It had no product on it. It was clean. It's blended, but it doesn't look like I dragged my blush all over my face, right? But it's not as harsh as on this side. So just because we're showcasing this one brush, I'm gonna figure out what to do with this cheek using just this brush. Everybody deserves a coffee break. All right. So I'm gonna take a paper towel. I'm gonna take the side that I've been blending with just to see if there's extra product on here, maybe I can wipe off. So I'm not don't keep spreading it onto my face. Not a lot, I mean a little bit, but not very much at all. So now I'm gonna try swirling it instead of stippling. I also don't wanna get rid of my contour line completely. I'm gonna try blending it with the flat end. Again, we added no new product. I think it's blended a little. It's a lot more work than just taking a fluffy brush or a perfector sponge perfector sponge would kind of absorb it a little bit. It did distribute up a little bit, drag it up, so I'm gonna go back into my white peach. I can just do dab with a finger because now we already have a lot of product on the face, right? So by adding my brightener and thrust down my nose, I'm gonna take this again and I'm gonna stipple, and we're gonna redefine my pie piece brightened line. And my blush, my contour, and my jawline. All in all, I like the coverage very, very much. It was easy to distribute the contour up here. It was easy to do the nose contour It was very easy to apply my makeup under the eye. This, oh my goodness, it feels so soft. It's like you can't even tell it's a brush. That's how soft and dense these bristles are. So applying it under my eye was a breeze. We can do a little bit more blush, lipstick. I'm using the same pink grapefruit, just applying it with my finger. Clean it up, because it's a cream. And I'm gonna show you a couple tips. So if you, again, just have one palette, maybe you only have 4 tins. We have our, I'm gonna do a pearl illuminator. Just take my finger and dab it on. And you put it on the tops of your cheeks. You can add it to the bridge of your nose, Cupid's bow. Okay, you can do it under your brows. In the summertime, if you're on the beach, the illuminator is also incredibly pretty on your collarbone. But if I'm wearing a t-shirt like this, I wouldn't do any, I just get the makeup on my shirt. You can also dab a little bit of illuminator after you applied your lipstick in the middle of your lip. It'll give you an illusion that your lips are plumper than they might actually be. Lastly, again, maybe I only have 4 colors, maybe I only have a quad. I'm gonna take the same contour, just dab, you don't need a lot, pigmented. And I'm gonna use this as my eyeshadow. And I bet you I could apply this with this beautiful fluffy end, but look how pretty that is. And I'm applying a cream on my eyelid, which I used to hate. I used to hate, because I have smile lines, smile wrinkles, happy wrinkles, whatever you want to call it. And during the day, it'll move and crease, and I'll get like little makeup sausages on my eyelid. I'm gonna wrap this up so you don't have to spend all morning with me, but there, that's my eyeshadow. More illuminator. I take it from the bridge of my nose, under my brow. I'm all for easy, all for convenient. And if you can do it all in one place and nothing extra, why not? Mascara. Using your either just main highlight or your contour are great ways on your eyelid as a primer. I am a anti-face primer kind of girl. If you are oily skinned, like heavily oily skinned, send me a message and I'll have tips for you, but I don't like the ones that go under your makeup because basically, especially cream, it's supposed to melt onto your skin. It doesn't seep into your pores, but it melts onto your skin. And if you have a layer of like primer on there, your makeup's just gonna slide around all day no matter how you set it. So, we're done. We can use Vanilla Dust setting powder. This one has a little bit of color, so you really only put it where the brightener would go. Or you can just use a translucent setting powder. This one is by NYX. I got it on Amazon for a couple bucks, $6 maybe. But this is what the brush is intended for. So I'm gonna show you powder, and it's so easy to set the makeup. You just press it in. Again, we don't want to mattify our face. We want our face and our skin to be itself and glow. You just press the powder, the setting powder, to set your makeup in your oily zones. That's it. Boom. Very little, strategic places only. The other side of this brush is intended for example, K-man. Why am I saying it sounds like caveman when I say it, but K-man. So this one is a bronzer, and I would dab it on to my cheeks, bridge of my nose, and top of my forehead where the sun would hit, and a little bit on my chin. If you get super bronzed, make sure you bring it down to your neck because you don't want to look like a floating head. So this is how I would use the powder brush for the intended powders. Again, I'm just stippling, moving the powder. That's it. I hope you learned something. I'll do another video with another brush on another day. Thank you. Bye.